Hi everyone, welcome to this week's video. Today we are going to be going over standing stretching. So I know in the past we have done stretching seated and we've done yoga. So today we're just going to strictly do basic stretches but while standing. Of course, as always, if you do not feel comfortable with your balance, make sure that you do have some type of sturdy chair nearby. That way you can always have one hand on your chair, or you can always have it next to you just in case you need it. So make sure you have a chair or something by that you can hold on to just in case you don't feel comfortable with your balance. So we are going to do standing stretching. So we're going to start with lower body stretching first. And the first thing we're going to do, we're going to stretch our calves. So you're going to step, let's go ahead and step your right foot forward and your left foot back so that you have a staggered stance with your front and your back foot. So that just means your feet are apart. You're going to put a bend in your right knee and you're going to press your left heel down into the floor. So if I turn to the side, my knee is over my ankle and I'm actively pressing my left heel into the floor. I have my shoulders over my hips and I'm just holding, standing. As you actively press your left heel into the floor, you're going to feel that stretch in the lower leg muscle, the calf. If you do not feel that stretch, you can take a bigger step back, bend the right knee over the ankle and press the left heel. Remember, if you need to hold on to a chair, just make sure that you have that chair in front of you and you're holding on to it. So shoulders over the hips, knee over the ankle, heel pressed down into the floor, and hold. Good, sitting up nice and tall. As always, breathing in and out, and you should feel that stretch in your left calf. You may also feel that working in your front leg muscle, the quadricep. If you remember the standing yoga poses, this is kind of like that warrior one that we did. Okay, hold that stretch. Keep breathing in and out. All right, now let's bring that foot. Now we're gonna try that same thing on the other side. We're gonna bring the left foot forward and the right foot back. Then the left knee over the ankle, press that back heel down into the floor, shoulders stacked over the hips, standing up nice and straight, and hold, feeling that stretch and that back calf muscle. Holding it. Good, and release. Good, shake it out. All right, now we're gonna switch back to the other side and do exactly what we just did, but we're gonna do a different stretch. So right foot forward, left foot back. So you have that tandem stance, and remember, you can hold on to the chair if you need to. But if I want you to look at my feet on this one, go ahead and bring the chair if you need it. You're gonna peel that back heel off the floor, bend the knee, press your hips forward, and sink a little bit further down. If you need to hold on to a chair, or you can have your arms down to the side. When you do that, when you actively press your hips forward, you start to feel that stretch in the front part, the hip flexors, and a little bit of the quadriceps. So you're peeling that back heel on the floor, you're on the ball of the foot and the toe, your hips are pressed forward, you're sinking down a little bit, holding onto that chair if you need to, and feeling the stretch in that hip flexor, and maybe a little bit of the quadriceps, shoulders still over the hip. Holding and breathing. In through the nose, exhaling out, and release. Good job, shake it out. See, that might feel a little bit of a burn, but definitely stretching out those hip flexors. Now we're gonna try the same thing on the other side. Left foot forward, right foot back. That same staggered stance that we just did before. Now turning to the side, just so you can see me, you're gonna peel that back heel off the floor, bending that back knee, sinking a little bit further down and pressing those hips forward. As you do that, shoulders over the hips, holding onto a chair if you have it right in front of you if you need it. If not, bring the arms down to the side and feeling that stretch in your hip flexor. So remember, the key is to press the hips forward. Yep. Hold it. Keep breathing. Again, feeling a little bit of a burn. I'm just turning to the front so you can see me. You're still holding that same position. And release. Good job. Shake it out. All right, so we stretched out the hip flexor. We stretch out the calf. Now we're going to move on to the hamstring. So this is very similar to the one that we did while we were seated. Now we're just going to do it standing. All right, so all you're going to do is put a slight bend in your left knee. That's just going to be supporting all your weight. And you're going to bring your right leg in front of you and dig your heel into the floor. So when you dig your heel into the floor, again, I'm turning to the side so you can see me. My toe is up and I'm bending that opposite knee. Now, I'm gonna hinge forward at my waist. As I hinge forward, I'm gonna take my hands on my left thigh and I'm just gonna hinge forward at my waist. As I do that, I feel the stretch from the back of the thigh to the back of the knee. And I want you to hold that stretch. Again, if you need a chair, remember that chair should be close by. You're holding on to it, you can hold on to it instead and hinge forward. Again, you're feeling the stretch from the back of the thigh to the back of the knee and hold. Look, gaze straight down at the floor. And release. Good job. Shake it out. All right. So now we're going to do that same thing on the opposite side. So now I'm going to put a slight bend in my right knee. Again, I'm just going to move my chair to the side. I'm going to put a slight bend in my right knee because that's going to be supporting all my weight. I'm going to bring my left leg forward, dig my heel into the floor, toes up, turning to the side so that you can see me. Now I'm going to hinge my hips back and lean forward at my waist, holding on to the chair if I need to. And I feel that stretch from the back of the thigh to the back of the knee. And I'm just gonna hold that stretch, gazing down toward the floor and hold. So remember, your hands can be on that bent opposite leg, which should be the right leg, or you can hold on to that chair if you have it. And slowly release. Shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. Good. So you should feel a little bit of burning, and that's normal. Now we're gonna come back to the lower body, but we're just gonna give it a little bit of a break for now. We're gonna move to the upper body. So we're gonna start with our chest and our back. So these are very similar to the ones that we did seated, but again, we are standing today. If you need to sit down at any time, remember you can always sit down. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna take our arms back behind us. Yep, so we're pushing our chest forward, our shoulders back, squeezing up our shoulder blades together, opening up our chest. Now, if you feel comfortable, you can stay here. If you can, you're gonna intertwine your fingers right behind your lower back. So if you notice, my fingers are intertwined right behind my lower back. I'm pushing my chest forward and my shoulders back. I'm gonna slightly lift my head and chin, look up toward the ceiling, and I wanna feel this stretch across my chest. Just hold that stretch. Nice, good stretch across your chest. And look straight ahead and release, shake it out. All right, now we did the chest, now we're gonna move on to the back. So for the back, what we're gonna do, we're gonna kind of reverse that stretch that we just did. Now you're gonna bring your fingers, intertwine them right in front of your chest. So my fingers are intertwined right in front of my chest. I'm gonna push my palms forward as if I'm pushing them against the wall. So my palms are facing me, now they're gonna flip and face out. Now just round out your elbows just a little bit. Now, I'm gonna turn to the side so you can see me. You're gonna hunch your shoulders forward and drop your chin to your chest. As you do that, I want you to push your hands forward as if you're pushing them against the wall. Shoulders hunched forward, chin to chest. And you're gonna feel that nice stretch in your upper back. This time I want you to kind of imagine that you're separating your shoulder blades from each other. So the exact opposite of that chest stretch we just did. We're separating our shoulder blades, we're pushing our palms forward as if we're pushing them against the wall, and we're holding. Now release, lift your head, bring your arms down to the side, shake it out. All right, so we did our chest, our back. Let's go ahead and move on to our shoulders. So for our shoulder stretch today, we're gonna start with our right arm. I want you to take your right arm straight across your chest. So you have your right arm and you're just bringing it across your chest so that your fingertips are reaching toward the side wall. All right, now once you have that, you're gonna take your left hand and you're gonna hold on to your shoulders and just kind of hug your arm into your body. As you hug your arm into your body, you're gonna feel that stretch and that shoulder, and I want you to hold that shoulder stretch. Very good, release. Now we're gonna try that same thing on the opposite arm. So now I'm gonna take my left arm, I'm gonna bring it across my chest. Good, reaching toward that side wall. I'm gonna take my opposite hand, my right hand this time, and I'm gonna hold on to that shoulder, hugging that shoulder into your body and feeling that stretch in your shoulder. Hold that stretch. Now release, shake it out. All right, now we're moving on to the back of the arm, the tricep. So only do this one if it's not painful. All right, so of course, if you start to do this next stretch and you feel any pain, then I just want you to sit this one out. All right, so now I'm gonna take my, I'll take my left hand, I'm gonna reach it straight up, and I'm gonna place my palm on my upper back. Now, when I place my palm on my upper back, it does not have to be way down my back. Just go to where you feel comfortable and lift your elbow up as high. So palm on the upper back. Now, I'm gonna take my right hand and I'm just gonna lightly press that arm up. So you should feel that stretch on the back of the arm, the tricep. I want you to hold that stretch. Now, it should feel like it's stretching. If you feel any sharp pain or anything like that, then I want you to put that arm down. So palm on the upper back, push the arm up with the right arm. Now release. Good job. Shake it out. Now we're going to try that same stretch on the opposite side. Okay, so opposite arm up, palm on the upper back. Take your hand and slightly push on that arm. So you're pushing on it with the left. Remember, if it's painful, then sit this one out. Remember, your palm should be on your back. And release, shake it out. Good, all right, so now we're gonna move on to our neck, and we've done this stretch before, but again, we're just doing them standing today. So now I'm gonna take my left ear and bring it to my left shoulder. So keeping the shoulders relaxing down, taking the ear to the shoulder, holding that stretch. Now, if you feel comfortable and you wanna increase your stretch, you're gonna take your right arm, reach out to the side like you're reaching at a diagonal for something on the floor. And now we feel that stretch even more in the side of our neck. Hold that stretch. Now bring your head back to center, your arm down to the side. Now we're gonna try the other side. So dropping your ear to your shoulder. Feeling that stretch in the side of our necks. Now take your left arm, reach it out to the side, reaching through those fingertips all the way down. Holding. Now bring your head back to the center and bring your arm down to the side. Good job, shake it out. So you should feel pretty loose in your upper body. We did the neck, we did the shoulders, chest, back, triceps. So now, remember I mentioned we're gonna come back to the lower body. So we're gonna do a hip stretch. This one is a little bit harder to do standing. So definitely if you have a chair or something sturdy by you, then I want you to hold on to that chair even with both hands if you need to, all right? So what I want you to do, you're gonna take your left ankle across your right knee. Now if you can't get it up that high, that's okay. You can bring it down over your ankle, wherever you feel comfortable. And you're gonna hinge your hips back and sit back like you're sitting into a chair. All right, so to the side, looks like this. You're holding onto the chair and you're hinging your hips back. And now you feel that stretch in your hips. So hold that stretch. Remember, even if you don't have your ankle across your knee and it's down, you should still feel that stretch. Now slow lift up. We're gonna try that same thing on the other side. Shake it out. All right, now take the opposite ankle across the knee or keep it low at the ankle. Now holding on to that chair, if you feel comfortable, you're gonna hinge back. Now again, if you don't need the chair, this is a really good balance exercise. Taking your arms off the chair if you can. Remember, I know everybody can't do that. So of course, if you need to have that chair or something sturdy, you can, but this is a good balance practice exercise if you need it. Hold that. And release. Good job, shake it out. All right, now that was it. That was all your stretches. So pretty easy, good full body stretch. Remember, these stretches are a little bit more challenging than the stretches that we do seated, but either one will work. So we're just gonna end with some nice deep breathing. Take a deep breath in, lift your arms up. And exhale, bring your arms slowly down to the side. Let's do that 2 more times. Let's try to take our time. Deep breath in through the nose, lift up. Exhale, slowly drop the arms down. 1 more time, nice and easy. Deep breath in, lift. Exhale, lower. And you are done. All right, so those were your easy standing stretches. Remember, if you have any questions, let me know through email, or you can give me a call here at the fitness center, 336-878-6221. Thank you.